tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures, 3-course meals for dinners, 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different.
This can't come out.
You, as the individual that your company makes 4 or 5 million, isn't doing shit. You're not influencing nothing. You could be closed down tomorrow with one policy change. That's what it means. That's what influence is.
So anyway, just to end quickly, innit, yeah? Christian, just to know what your point is, you believe that the millionaires, the 30-year-old millionaires have more influence.
So if I'm looking, I think you're saying
more influence than billionaires, yeah.
Countries, whoever has the most productive 35 and 40-year-olds has the biggest influence. The biggest potential.
Okay, cool. Biggest, no, but you're talking about, okay, cool. But ultimately, it's cool. It's like, for example, if say we got 2 families, my family, your family, and the future of my family is dependent on the success of my kids. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, I still have the influence. My influence is just geared towards making sure that my kids are able to thrive and therefore my family does well. But ultimately, my kids aren't driving, they're the future, but they're not driving anything.
They are, bro.
Okay.
It depends how young your kids are, but I'm talking about 35 to 40-year-olds.
When
I mean, 30 to...
No, but that's only in the case where the kid, I'm talking about in the case where the parent is an influence. So say the parent owns...
The parent has influence.
No. I mean, say the parent is owns a big company. The parent's a successful person, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, say the parent is a multimillionaire. I'm saying those kids, that it is in my interest to make sure that my kids are successful. And someone can say the kids are the future. And they're in their 20s, they're driving it. But if someone asks who influences this family, the direction of this family, as it stands, while I'm still around, I influence the direction of this family. And what comes after, what the opportunities the kids have, is based on how I lay it out for them. If I leave them 200 billion, then it's different from if I leave them nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that ultimately, someone still runs things, even if the future is the younger people. You can't, you're right. If the country is just billionaires left, and it's only billionaires with money, it doesn't even work for the billionaires themselves. They need other people to be productive.
They need a thriving middle class in order to spend and be able to buy their products and shit.
They're still entirely influencing it, and the millionaires coming up are not changing anything, because to an extent they need to be allowed to. If you come up with a great idea about a tech company that cures cancer, you need to get it out to the masses. You cannot do it without funding. The people that have the money have to allow this thing to be successful because they have to fund it. They also make all the decisions on regulations, or they influence the people that make regulations.
Bro,
so
bro.
It's not us.
And also, do you know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy? You know, they also say as well, yeah, you can have 2 identical companies, isn't it? Both of them are thriving, innit? The one that thrives and survives, that's why everyone says Warren Buffett is such an amazing investor. Where no, it's the company that thrives is the one he's going to put his money into. So that's why it works for him, because he puts his money where he believes it's going to go, and that company thrives as a result of it.
So then what are you saying?
No, I'm saying in terms of... but I'm saying it's influence from the billionaire, innit?
So
the billionaire,
He's trying to say Apple being really... maybe not Apple case specifically, but say Apple's success is not necessarily because they were successful and then Warren Buffett invested. It's because Warren Buffett invested that they became successful. So he influences the outcome rather than invest because he can see a good outcome. Do you see what I'm saying? If Warren Buffett invests in a company, people are going to think it's a good company to invest in. Yeah. So they're all going to invest in. So therefore, he has made that company successful.
So
that company wasn't
sure. You're not serious?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let me query it, innit? Let me query it. Yeah.
People literally follow his investments.
Yeah,
and they put more money. And
those are lazy people.
No, not lazy. I'm talking about professionals follow.
Oh, that's it's
not lazy.
It's probably because they're time poor in it. So
no, it's not lazy. It's just a proven.
Okay, all right. So let me query it. No, so that's my question. So my question is, how do you think Warren Buffett makes these decisions to invest in a company? Because
I read about it.
It's a good company.
What you not just said is
no.
because he chose to invest.
No, I don't think it's time.
Sometimes. No, but sometimes he says things like, "Oh, you know what? I like the owner of the company, innit?
Yeah.
I like this about the company. I like that about the company." But ultimately, it doesn't mean, for instance, let's say Coke and Pepsi. Yeah, it might be a product. The difference in the companies is literally just down to taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
one gets
one gets bread and the other one doesn't.
It comes down to, because ultimately running a business and starting a business, especially at scale, comes down to how much money you can potentially burn through to an extent. Obviously, it has to be something that people want in the end. But taste is acquired, taste is manipulated. Things, you can influence those things literally with money, right? So the problem with most companies is if you come up with an idea and you have 100 grand of your own money, in order for it to have enough time to be successful, you're going to run out of money.
Yeah. So look at Amazon, for instance.
That same company,
Amazon
would be successful if you had 5 years runway, right?
Yeah, Amazon as an idea the idea to basically to have a website that you're able to buy anything you want in the world and get in a day, is completely preposterous, isn't it? Without losing millions upon millions per year, innit?
You have loss leaders.
Yeah. So in order for that to exist, you require money in order to do that.
And a lot of these companies, especially with tech companies, they're not profitable. So you can't even say, at the start, no, I'm saying that also, and at the start, particularly at the start. No, but listen to what I'm saying.
That whole point.
But what I'm saying is, tech is a great example because there's an acceptance that this doesn't have to be profitable, which technically means it doesn't make business sense yet.
Why though?
Because the idea is that eventually it will become profitable. But right now, if business success, if a good business is determined by average person, a good business is something that makes money. If you can have a business that does not make money and people consider this an investment opportunity, it means that the investors are creating this business, because it's not in its existing form. It is not a good business. It is not a good business. It is not a good business if it makes no money. That's just how business works. If there's no profit, it's not a good business. So
therefore, the money generated doesn't even justify existence.
Therefore, when they invest in the business, they invest in a not good business. So therefore, the billion that goes into that money, into that business, is what makes it a successful business. That's it.
Okay. Speak Playboy.
It's good. It was a good point, wasn't it?
It was well articulated, didn't it? But I don't know if it was a good point, though. I agree with what you're saying.
I don't think you need to
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think what you're arguing is that I believe our children are the future. And old people.
I'm saying old people don't run the society.
Okay, cool. Do you know? I'll give you the flip side of this because I don't know if
billionaires is another word in this argument.
I said this to someone the other day. I said this to someone that
we 67,
that we are the age. We are the age of the people that, and this is your argument basically. We're the age of the people that make things that people consume. It's like because we're at the age where you're old enough to have a certain experience, ideas, or whatever. You maybe worked on some stuff, or you have the finances, or whatever. And literally, if people want to go out to a restaurant, who are the people creating restaurants? It's people in their 40s, which is whatever. So, though I agree with you in terms of providing for society, it is the 40, 50-year-olds that are providing for a functioning society because they're creating the things that are consumed. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Can I put this in a very simple way? Mm-hmm. And it might be a mic drop in it, but who knows, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah? All right, cool. So if you have billionaires, but you don't have a productive 30 to 40 range, what happens to the country?
It goes to shit, but why?
Okay.
Including the billionaires,
If you have a productive 30 and 40-year-old band, but you don't have too many billionaires,
that would be great.
Yeah? What happens to the country?
It would be great. I'm not making an argument for billionaires. I think you'll miss.
Who has the greater influence?
I'm not making a
30 to 40. No. Both of them have influence. But the 30 to 40, they have the most significant.
You know what? Do you know the difference?
You will get money from anywhere around the world, any bank, whatever, if you can show that your 30 to 40-year-old banding of your country is productive. Cool. Once you have that, you're done.
Do you know why that requires?
They're not productive.
They're productive is not. They're productive, innit? That's what
they move around, innit? They're moving.
When the billions misuse their power. when the billionaires are not actually caring about the area.
I'm not.
That's what happens.
I'm not advocating that society is better with billionaires.
Yeah. Come on, we're not billionaires. What the fuck would you say?
I'm just saying that by how the structure of society is now, that's the order of control. It comes from the people that have the money, because at the end of the day, money is what facilitates everything. So I'm saying, as it stands, that's what it is. But surely, yes, of course, you're better off as a nation if the average is higher than if it's with a few.
I know they're doing, all these billionaires are doing. Bear in mind, you know how difficult, sometimes I wouldn't even want some of their problems, isn't it? Trying to keep all of that money must be an issue in itself.
No, it depends what stage you're coming in.
No, but what they're doing is like you're saying, like the PLC thing.
If you made it, it's different. If your dad made it,
yeah, but still, if your dad made it, that's pressure as well. You must have cousins as well. Generational. But what I'm trying to say is, like, the company, billionaires, the majority of their money is not going to be in cash. Not even 1% of it is going to. It will be in cash. They're going to be companies, isn't it?
They just borrow their assets anyway.
So in terms of when you speak about, the PLCs make they're just the billionaires, isn't it? Disguised somehow as other people, in it.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with their influence. Do you know what? They're like, oh my God. Like, for instance, like Ladi said, you might have a billionaire that basically they made their billions from chocolate. Now, basically, they own cocoa farms as a result of it. Now, the opposition party is trying to put a tax. If they come into party, they're going to basically put a tax on imports on cocoa and other agriculture. This is what happens in life. So what they do is they pour money into the guy that's not going to allow it to happen. And that is what influences, isn't it?
Think about it. It sounds like corruption, but it's literally how the system works. That's why you have lobbyists. That's why you have funders. It is literally, you take the resources of individuals who have agendas.
And you know why? You know what? It's actually going to be. It's just, we keep saying billionaires, isn't it? It's more companies, because it has to be a trade.
Why don't you like?
Shall I tell you? No, because a billionaire is just one person. Like if you use Tesco, for example, or a family, but why are they going to give their personal wealth to you, bro?
No, but it's not their personal.
What they're going to do? They're going to say, we employ X amount. We bring in this much tourism to the country.
Cool, but
now, as a government, we need to keep that, to keep the status of our company. So let's do a trade in it.
What you're doing is you're talking about, like, say Tiger Woods is a billionaire, for example. Tiger Woods isn't going to fund this guy's not,
Michael Jordan's not coming and being like, yo, this is what I want.
Yeah, but those aren't even the people. Well, maybe they would, because maybe they still have an interest. Say someone's running and is going to tax billionaires.
I'll take a meeting with you.
No, I'm saying, say someone's running and is going to tax billionaires lower.
Yeah.
And you reach out to Tiger Woods and you're like, look, the campaign's close.
Yeah.
I need some funding.
Yeah.
If we win, we'll tax less.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is going to dash you some money because it's
or if I'm going to do that, then I need to make sure I've got my funding from somewhere anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm going to tax the billionaires, I need to make sure where am I getting my money from.
But most billionaires have assets that either hold value or generate value. So therefore, they are almost a company in themselves. So they have interests. Yeah, even if you own land and you're a billionaire, and they're talking about inheritance tax.
Yeah, exactly. No,
but my point is, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a company. As an individual, if one party is running for no inheritance tax or increased one, and the other one isn't, then you have a stake in it now. So therefore, you can invest in the person that's going to give you the outcome that you want.
Yeah, you need to be aware of that balance.
They don't have to, even though most of them will have a company or something that,
or just their money,
an industry, or an industry. Oh yeah, even that.
Their money's just there.
Warren Buffett, for example, he doesn't own. It's not business, so to speak.
He's got one,
but he's got significant stock in certain.
Coca-Cola, Apple.
Yeah, so if the new law is going to come in that's going to affect that stock, which 90% of billionaires will have stocks in these companies, they have an interest. Mm-hmm. So they don't have to be a company themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's not always company.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you. I'm saying they've got major influence. I'm just arguing who has more influence. Yeah, I don't think they have the most influence.
Well, they've got the most. They have to have the most influence because they're the ones.
So it.
Well, bad news, isn't it? Now, obviously, you mentioned what's it called? Nigeria, innit?
Facts.
Now, well, what did you want to delve into when you mentioned Nigeria?
Oh, I think it was the culture.
Okay, fuck.
Cultural aspects that you faced, innit?
Now, obviously, Recently, I don't know why you're laughing. That's mental, isn't it?
Why am I laughing?
Okay, cool, innit? Recently, I lost my father.
Oh, yes. Come on. I didn't know you were going to say that.
And basically, I went to a funeral. Well, I went to my dad's funeral in Nigeria. And in fact, before I even talk about, let me talk about the actual losing my father part, innit? Well, I've realized this, and I think I told Ladi this recently. I realized, and it came as a shock to me, I never knew this, that my aunties, I thought my aunties love me, innit? Which they do love me, innit? But they love me via my mum. And I clocked that.
That's harsh, you know.
No, but it wasn't.
That's a harsh reality.
Yeah, but then I clocked. As in, like, all of their energy is almost like, oh man, make sure your mum's all right. Like, I didn't lose a father myself.
Have you done anything for them, though?
What do you mean done anything for them? What do you mean?
Why would they love you, bro? They love you by proxy, bro.
Facts.
They don't. You ain't done that for them.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily love his mum because she's done something for them.
Well, but my mum's case.
Relationship with them, innit? Like, or is it just auntie?
Yeah, but you're right. But that's facts, though, innit? Because even certain my aunties, like I could count. I've seen you, man, more than I've seen my aunties, innit? You know what I'm saying, innit? So it's like, oh, rah. Like, but it was a realization. The way they're treating me, I'm like, oh, rah. They see me as a tool to keep my mum happy. I know.
Respect for their mum.
Yeah.
For your mum. Yeah. That's why they love you.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know.
But obviously, it makes sense though, innit?
It's true, though.
Like, it's just a harsh reality to face. Like, even when basically they told me, imagine, I was working from home, and basically I was in my mum's kitchen. So I'm just typing away. My aunties come. And then I can see them whispering to each other, innit? And then my mum comes inside of the house. And then they take my mum into the living room and then they close the door on me, innit? And then they sit my mum down and then tell my mum, that her husband's dead, innit? And then all I hear is the crying, innit? And then I just knew instantly, innit, that my dad had died. And it's like, rah, like, why couldn't I be in the living room?
Why wouldn't they call it?
Yeah, like, no, it was just me and my mum, at the time, innit? I'm like, rah, they didn't feel the need to tell me this. Yeah. And then after that...
You're not a child.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why I say culture is only to favour older people, innit? Yeah. Because...
I think that's how this whole shit
because you're not he's not a child, innit? So it's not if you're protecting the child, whatever.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is you just relegated them to a less significant,
exactly.
A less significant proportion is why you don't feel the need to.
But it's hard to switch up, you know. If I saw you as a child, for me to flip my mindset and now treat you as an adult.
But you know how mad it is though? Do you know how as soon as I found out my dad died, like, what was it, 15 minutes later, people from the church started arriving into the yard. Wow. 20 minutes later, people
so
from...
they knew already?
Yeah. So people from London were in the house within 20 minutes. So I'm thinking...
They knew before you.
Yeah, so bare niggas knew, innit? Yeah. And I'm thinking, rah. In fact, they found out 6 a.m. in the morning. We found out about like 11 a.m., innit?
Oh, wow.
And then basically they're doing things like, Dammy, I'll pick this person up, pick that person up, pick that person up. Bro, no, it's like no one's acknowledging that my dad had died, innit?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm just a vessel to help my mum get through this, isn't it? All everyone's saying is, be strong for your mum. And all of that. Well, someone's getting no hugs and stuff. I'm not even sure I would even have wanted it. From
an auntie, yes.
I don't think I would have wanted it. I don't. To be fair, innit, I'm pretty calm as to how everything's kind of like a transpired, isn't it? I'm actually quite shocked how well I'm kind of dealing with this, isn't it? Like, I'm telling myself, what are you doing your face like that for?
What are your thoughts about that?
What?
I think he's dealt with it pretty well.
What is dealing with it well, though?
Well, because put it this way. I don't think there's anything. There's a stigma around people that are able to just get on with things and get stuff done, but someone needs to do it.
Facts.
So if something happens in a family and everyone collapses, that's not a good outcome. That's not everyone dealing with it. He's dealing with it just in his own way. As long as it's not shut. It's not a long-term shutting stuff. Maybe it's like at some point you'll grieve later than other people, but it's dealing with it. It's necessary, isn't it? He's taking a necessary role. Someone has to be the person that can function. And
wait. Why do you think I might not be there in this correctly?
But I just know you, innit? You deal with trauma with logic.
Which is
that's a typical male response as well. So, should we talk about it?
Yeah, but in fact, the logic you're speaking about, how I've been coping through this is, my vibe is, one, my dad was basically 70 something in it, which I found out recently. 70 something? Yeah, 71 or 72 or something in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. But he's 70.
you actually can't say
yeah. Okay, cool. So one, my dad, he didn't bury any of his children, which is a positive.
I was thinking about stuff like
that. His wife died, well, no, God forbid. But his wife, he didn't bury his wife as well. Yeah. It's one of those ones, isn't it? So in regards to my actual family, that's a positive. So that's logical, isn't it? Also, my dad was going to die one day, innit? Yep. Does it make it any better if he died 20 years from now? Maybe it might. You might have some, you know what I'm saying? You get to speak more, do things. Cool. But bare niggas have never even had a father before, isn't it? My father's been very much present in my life. You know what I'm saying? And another one, he wasn't murdered, so I don't have to deal with the trauma of that. So I'm like, you know what? As sad as the situation is, bro, it's like, what can I do? This is a fact that's going to happen in life anyway, innit? So that's how I've been getting on with it, innit? But I agree
with some of that stuff you were saying, and I've thought about it. I thought, at the end of the day, it's not nice, innit? Regardless. But there are typically, whatever way it happens, there are worse ways. Like, depending how you view it. Say someone dies of a terminal illness. You can look at it and think, okay, well, on the positive side, they knew, so you had time to spend with them.
Make peace with God if need be.
All that stuff. You knew, you know what I mean? The relationship, maybe you had time to talk about some things before they go, cool. On the flip side, you could say you saw them at, your last memory of them is kind of
frail,
is not who they were. And that leaves a mark on some people, innit? And then you could look at it the other way and you could say, well, if someone died suddenly, you didn't get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? So there's always something that you can genuinely look at the silver lining of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially in these situations, because like you said, people live longer and go through some really bad shit. And then maybe there's some circumstances where if they died earlier, they wouldn't have gone through that stuff. So you're kind of like, you know what I mean?
I agree, bro.
Yeah, so in terms of, when you talk about I deal with things logically, that's how I'm kind of dealing with it. But hey, here you go.
That's like the second wave of logic, isn't it? First wave of logic was not logical.
Explain.
Oh, no, you're going to talk about that.
Speak about it, man.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Speak about it, man. What was it?
So, okay, after you heard your dad passed, you didn't want to take bereavement leave. You just wanted to continue work. Yeah.
He's giving you the green light, innit?
You wanted to, fulfill some obligations that you had in place.
Speak, man.
You wanted to fulfill a date. You wanted to go on a date that was in a couple of days, just after
Which I don't condone that one.
It's not about not condoning it.
The reason I don't condone it is because I think, to clarify, so you had a date.
I had a date already lined up.
What was your logic, though? What was your logic?
One of my logic was, it's like, basically, she was a hard person to actually
secure the date.
Secure, innit? As in, it was a difficult person to get the date down, and I didn't want to cancel the actual date. So in my head, that was a non-negotiable. So I thought until I spoke to you, that I was going on that date, innit? But then Chris was on a vibe of, listen, if you've got a reason to cancel, this is probably it. You're probably not going to have a better reason to do it. And he was like, you know what? And also, you're probably going to need the money as well, innit? And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, to be fair, all of that money would be very, very, very useful, isn't it, in this time, innit?
Also, I think, unless you went on the date and said that, which is killing the vibe.
Yeah.
Who wants to be on a date?
With a guy.
I'm not going to lie. I would hate, this sounds selfish, but if I was going on a date with someone and they dropped that would ruin my vibe.
But I'm
not sure if I would even divulge that. Yeah,
this is my point though. So obviously you wouldn't.
I wouldn't be acting funny.
You wouldn't.
We spoke just now. We spoke for ages. It didn't even come up.
No. But I'm saying it wasn't. Yeah, but it was a date. Come on, man. It was a day off. It's not the same. Anyway.
A day off, what do you mean?
It was a day that you...
No, but even when we linked up.
Yeah, no, but it was a day you found out that you were going to go on a date.
No. I think my dad died on Thursday. I was going to go on Friday.
Okay, the next day.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't keep out on Sunday, innit?
But anyway, my point as well with that is that even if you hadn't mentioned it, and then she finds out in hindsight, and you were normal that day, I would imagine she thinks you're a psychopath. Because if I went on a date with someone and I found that in hindsight, I would think that they're nuts.
To be fair, but I could always draw back on the fact that this is a person that has two parents, isn't it? I'd be on the vibe of, well, you wouldn't know until one of your dad dies how you one reacts, isn't it? So I won't even entertain a conversation with somebody that actually has both parents, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes it's nice to get things, what am I going to do? Stay at home and then pick people up and drop people off for my mum. I'm not going to lie, but sometimes I've been driving and I've just been crying, innit?
That's what I want to hear, bro.
Why do you want to hear that shit?
Not necessarily crying, but you gotta, if that's your dad and you feel it, then you gotta have a moment to grieve. Do you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something else. The worst shit about all of this is the worst shit. Because I remember I was speaking to people. My brother told me, my brother was like, yeah, he's not going to look at the body. And I was like, rah. I was like, that's interesting. And then I was like, am I going to look at the body? So then I called up, I think Amps called me, innit? And we spoke. And I was like, oh shit, because her father died, innit? And I asked her, about looking at the body. Like, what's your... This is it. Well, she looked at her dad's body, and this me. What are the benefits of it? Because then I actually went to why do people even do it? Like as a thing, why do people look at the body in it? And I think at first it's a case of just to confirm someone is actually dead, isn't it?
I think you need that closure, man.
Yeah, cool. And then she's like, well, there's no real benefits of looking at the body. She says, I don't feel sick about it. Like, oh, great, I looked at the body. But she said it's the regret of not looking at the body that may eat you alive. Yeah. So that's like, okay, cool. From that, and part of me felt like being a man is, being able to look, innit, yeah? And I wanted to be a man.
You're right, bro. Because the other thing is understanding truly what life is. Mm-hmm. If you're not looking at the body, I think you're creating some version of life that's not real. Like death is a big part of life.
Yeah, but that's if you don't know he's dead, isn't it?
No, but still, you need.
Yeah, but you don't have to look. I feel like it's coming to terms of he's actually dead. You know, because a lot of people said the biggest part of the funeral shit is when you're putting dirt. When the casket goes into the ground and you're putting dirt on it, and it's final. Me, when I saw that, they even gave me the shovel. I had to put dirt, 3 bits of dirt in. While my dad was in the ground, I put 3 lots of dirt on top of him. I didn't even feel away in it at this point in time, isn't it? Because I was already come to the terms that this nigga is dead, isn't it? Innit? So it's like. For someone, that doesn't know or hasn't come to terms with your father is not coming back, putting somebody inside of the ground and putting dirt on top of them, that will do something to you, innit?
At what point did it really kick in that shit? My dad's passed. Because I think...
I don't think I've got it yet.
But okay, cool. But I think when everyone started calling you, contacting you to say, like, condolences, I feel like...
That was a level of it, 100% a level of it. As in when people start, because obviously, which is kind of annoying, man. I hate the fact that, I hate the fact that, what was it? My family is so involved with my friendship, isn't it? I can't do anything and go away, Fizzy can just make one phone call, innit? And then all of my friends know about everything, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, certain man are able to go away, run away, innit, and nobody will know about it. But me, like, I feel like...
Or you.
No, but I'm just saying. It's just... I'm just saying my family is so involved with my friendship that I wouldn't be able to do that. There's so many people can find out. I didn't have to say anything. Fizzy found out and knew about it, innit? Or Adam knows about it and tells, blah, 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 innit? And also... so it was when people started calling me, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm doing that thing that I do to people. They're doing it to me.
What's that?
Where I'm number one consoler.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, what? Man's a consoler. Hey, somebody dies in your family? I've got all the words to tell you. Oh, yeah, man, this is... So now I'm finding I'm having to do all that shit to myself. I'm doing it to myself, isn't it? I'm like, what advice would I give somebody else that was going through this, isn't it? And I'm like, I would say that. And then it's like, okay, cool. And the thing is, it's actually working. But then I spoke to David, David, because as soon as my dad died, Jamaica David, bald head.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as my dad died, that for some reason, because I remember one time, I met him in Jamaica. And we were smoking weed in Jamaica. The weed was amazing in Jamaica. It's the best place I've ever smoked weed in my life. I don't even smoke weed no more. And David weren't smoking weed in Jamaica, innit? And I was like, okay, well, that's a vibe, man. Didn't smoke weed. I rate that. Come back to London now, innit? This guy starts smoking weed. And so I went to him. And I was like, yo, David, like, I don't get that. I'm like, what's all this? We're the finest herbs in Jamaica. You're saying no to smoke the weed in the UK. This is him. Damn it, my dad died.
Oof.
This is me.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, isn't it? And I was like, oh, right. So he was using the weed as a mechanism. And I remember, basically, I bucked him and his brother having a conversation about their father and stuff. I was there, innit, while them two were grieving, and I was just there watching in. I was like, oh, right, shit. So when my dad died, I thought about him. As soon as he found out, he called me, innit, and then I picked up his call, he FaceTimed me, and we having conversations like, listen, Dammy, I feel obviously every situation is different. We all have our different relationships with our fathers, but I know what you're going through, innit? And I was like, yeah, just listening to him, innit? And then he was telling me shit that he was doing about how, he felt he was coping. Funny enough, we had a debate because he went to a rave after his dad died, yeah? And I was going to go on the day, innit? So we were discussing who was worse.
The date's worse.
How can the day be worse? It was really pre-planned.
Yeah, because a rave you can argue is like always. It's probably you can just drink it and try.
Just a release, yeah.
What you think the rave is better?
A date is very intimate. Yeah.
What? So you?
The only reason I think the date.
Give him the mic when he's speaking. By the way.
The only reason I think the date is worse is because I'm assuming you're not going to say anything.
Okay.
And if you do,
I'm saying. I think, exactly. So there's no good outcome.
I'm saying your dad dies, isn't it? Boom, doom, 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 doom. You're doing the wheelie bounce.
Yeah, but maybe you're in the rave. Well, if it's David, he's probably dancing a little bit. But if you're in a rave, you may not be enjoying it like that. You're probably drinking. You know what I mean? There's a clear people trying to get over something by going out and drinking. There's a long history of that.
Yeah, but I could drink on my date, no?
Cool, but I'm saying the date is the issue I have is the date is not in on this.
Okay.
And I think that's the weird thing for me. It's like I said, I would not hate, but it would be weird for me to find out in hindsight that had been the case. And we were just like, do you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But anyway, so when we were speaking now, he was telling me about basically some of the behaviors. So when you think you're coping, like right now, I think I'm coping in it, but I don't know, maybe looking back here, I might be like, okay, cool, that was weird. But then, basically, I went out in the morning and then basically all the car windows were down, innit? So I was like, oh shit, I'm doing things like that where I'm probably doing things where it's like, my mind is not in the right space, isn't it? Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm kind of thinking of that type of shit. But yeah, man, it's been very, very, very surreal. And like I said, oh my God, this is what I'm going to title this. Nigeria has to be #1 most insensitive country on planet Earth, bruv. The most insensitive place is, if I could choose a place not to bury somebody, it would be that place, isn't it? If you want to grieve and have a happy grieving, innit? Why on earth would you go there? And like we were speaking about again, culture. Apparently it's culture. I don't know if this is culture, innit? But it seemed as though we were...
What part is culture?
Boy. Bro, why must my dad die and I give out money to people? That don't make no sense to me.
Is that normal though? In Nigeria?
Bro,
if it was a Nigerian native that died, like they'd lived there, would they be giving out money to everyone to go?
Yeah, it's taking advantage, man.
Yeah, it's basically the same vibe of, it's basically acting as if that hadn't happened.
Yeah.
So he's just coming from the UK, so...
It's an opportunity, isn't it?
But even despite what's happened, we're still going to be doing our
yeah.
No, but I feel like it is culture because, they do, with the wedding vibe, when the groomsmen, they spray, there's a woman that's speaking.
Yeah.
No, we're spraying the people that are speaking on the mic.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That vibe?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so they've got those sorts of people there, innit? Everyone there. There's dancers there with drums.
So are you talking about the people that are part of the ceremony?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, that's different.
Yeah, but I'm saying it makes no sense. And also, there's strangers that come up to you. Oh, condolences. Give me money now. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? And like I said, there was an MC. The MC asked me, was on a vibe of how much do you love your dad? Percentage of 0 to 100%.
So on mic?
On mic, in front of the whole ceremony. Huh? In front of the whole ceremony. It's like, how much? This is me, 100%. Listen, okay, cool. So give me 100% of your money if you mean this.
Did everyone laugh?
No one laughed. He was waiting there for the bread. And I said, I'll give you 100% of the bread in my left pocket, innit? And then I gave him the money. Boom, I must have been about, like, say, 2,000 naira. He looked at me like I was a piece of shit. My brother was appalled by it. Appalled. Because this is the first time he's heard this as well.
Where are you sitting compared to your mum?
My mum was I think my mum might not even have been in the venue at this point in time, innit? My brother's right next to me, though. And then he asked him, basically, what was the actual, how grateful are you, isn't it? And my brother's like, how grateful are you for about your dad? This is my brother, I'm not grateful. The whole place went, he was pissed, isn't it? He's like, nah. He's like, nah, fuck that shit. What's this nigga on about? About 100% of the bread, isn't it? This is I'm not grateful.
To me, that level.
I was kicking him, you know. I was going like this to him. Yo, just chill. Because they said, what's your name? I could see he was on bullshit vibes from the moment he opened his mouth. Yeah. Listen, I kicked him. Chill.
That's a level of greed. But it's probably the fairest response to that sort of question. Don't ask me percentage. It's just like
you need to set the record straight.
And it's culture, and apparently that's culture as well. What? And giving these niggas bread. And people come up to you, you know how I feel about facial expressions when niggas are telling you shit. Oh, sorry for the loss of your father, with the fucking biggest smile on their face, isn't it? Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck is all of this, man? And it kind of made me think about my own actions, isn't it? How? Because I'm big on this as well, which is why I don't even like speaking about death. I don't even like attending funerals or all that stuff, isn't it? Like, when people are interacting with you about a death, mind your facial expressions and shit like that, bruv, innit? Like, yeah, they're just all like, oh, sorry for the death of your father. And you know what was funny as well? This part might not come out, but the children are hilarious, isn't it? Because I have a little cousin, a baby cousin. He's about 7 years old. And obviously no one's told him, but he's picked up some stuff, isn't it? And he was on the vibe of, oh, this is my big daddy's dead. And I was like, it just happened. This is me, how the hell did you? I was chilling with him in the car. This is me, how do you know? This is him, I'm just smart. This is me, how did he die? This is him. Here's the version of events is, he had two... Big daddy, your dad? My dad, yeah. This is his version of events is that basically my dad ate too much food, his tummy got big, and then he went to Nigeria hospital and they killed him. That's his...
What the fuck?
I didn't even get the logic.
That's shit. Someone said something about the hospital, wasn't it?
Yeah, or something. He went to hospital, and I think there was a Nigerian word that they used, a cough or something. I don't know what it's called, innit? But but he was like, but he was just around absorbing shit.
Why did they kill him in the hospital? Because his belly was too big.
I don't know, innit?
No, I think.
What's his like?
No, I think they probably heard someone.
He probably just heard it.
Talk shit about the hospitals in Nigeria,
and that's another thing as well. Lord, there's a big question mark. As if my dad wasn't in Nigeria, would he have died? Even.
That's a big question mark.
Is there an official cause?
Yeah, sepsis, isn't it? Is what they say. But sepsis is
blood. It's a blood infection.
Yeah, and but that causes like organ failure and stuff, isn't it? But sepsis is, from my understanding of sepsis, it's like that. Okay, that's a cause of death, isn't it? But something else could have caused that. So in terms of it's one of those things. When you're sick, things happen to you. As a result of it, you die of sepsis, isn't it?
Yeah.
So. Mental, man. Have you, man, spoken to your parents as to where they want to die?
Well, I don't have that cover.
Bro, have it. You need to have these conversations, bro. Have it once.
It's true.
Damn, because it's one of these ones, isn't it? Because when I'm clocking, I don't even know, God forbid, but I don't think anyone deserves to be buried in Nigeria.
But the reality
I wouldn't wish that on an op.
But the thing is, your mum and your dad would have had that conversation between them, innit? for a child to come up to their parent and just be like, oh yeah, where do you want to die? Especially a Nigerian parent. Jeez.
But in saying that, planning something. Yeah, but
So you're definitely going to get, they're trying to kill me accusations.
So what are you afraid of? You're afraid of that you might not get inheritance. Have the fucking conversation. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, so what, if your parents think you're going to kill them, what is the worst thing about that?
In your mind, did it? But in their mind, bro, you don't want them problems, bro.
And what happens as a result of those problems, isn't it?
You can make your life difficult, innit?
How?
Bro, what if she cut you off?
Cut you off what?
Bro, just seeing her and talking to her and all that.
The mum don't want to chat to you.
Yeah.
As a result.
That's an issue.
Bro, then use me as a sacrificial lamb. My boy's father died, and now he's got questions.
Well, I'll put it this way: if they have
Especially if they're old.
if they have not told you anything, then it's not that important to them.
Yeah, it's not that important to them.
So then you make the decision.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, but there's implications for yourself. But I'm saying, for instance, there's certain things like, see, if my dad was to pass and in the UK and his family, because that was another thing. Obviously, it makes complete sense, yeah. But obviously, I've grown up as in I'm more of a mummy's boy, innit? I'm more in tune with my mum's side of the family. And it was like, obviously, like I said, my mum's sisters are ride or die for my mum. They're there for my mum. In terms of, for my dad dying, it's like, oh yeah, man, obviously you're hearing a little 1-2 cry here and there, but they're not really feeling the pain in it. Now,
not satisfactory level.
Yeah, for me, it's like, yeah, you don't fucking care, man. And plus, they're busting jokes in the kitchen certain times about other things, isn't it?
There'll be a term like mourn watching or something.
That's a Curb Your Enthusiasm shit.
There'll be like a Curb Your Enthusiasm type of.
Yeah,
you can't mourn watch.
But I definitely was doing it though.
You got to mourn publicly just to show people.
Yeah, but that's what breeds that though. That's what breeds that nonsense of falling on the floor and stuff like that. It's because it's performative.
To do, isn't it?
It's performative. It's performative.
I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it.
Do you know what?
Well, you're not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
Do you know?
I'm mad at it.
No. Do you know?
It's not fake.
Do you know why
it's just
annoying?
Intentional, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you know why it's annoying? Maybe there's a ranking of closeness that you can't look down on it. But if there's someone that should feel it more than the person that's performing, that's annoying to that person. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? If a husband or wife, if it's the husband or wife, then cool, they have the top ranking.
Yeah, facts.
So if they're doing that, you can't argue with it. But if it's the cousin and the wife is cool, the kids are a bit, and it's the cousin that's rolling on the floor, then that's like it's almost like taking attention away from.
Yeah, now it's about her.
Yeah, it's now about her. Do you know what I mean? So
but anyway, so I was watching my dad's side of the family, and they're in real pain. And no, I don't know. It's not no homo. It's no sado. Yeah, but I was kind of enjoying watching them more, innit? Like raw. These are the niggas that really care about. Yeah, these are the niggas that care about this guy. So I'm watching them, these niggas in pain, like proper.
What do you mean though? What does that mean?
Their brother died, innit?
No, but what's pain?
Pain is crying.
Is it?
Like, and even there was one, my dad's brother's a pastor, innit? Yeah, and this guy was trying to tell me, listen, man, you need to be strong. This nigga wasn't crying because he's stubborn, but he was doing things like, yeah. I remember he was like, you got to be a strong man. He did a speech, and then this is him, mid-speech, this is him, so he wasn't being strong himself. But anyway,
you're a funny guy to remember it with that mindset.
No, me and my brother were speaking about it. Like, this guy's moving like he's mad strong, he's strong because I didn't see him cry, but fam, he was doing, his coping mechanisms were mad. If my dad was buried in this country and they didn't get to see the body and all of that stuff, then I don't know what that would do for them. They could easily feel as though, oh my God, my brother's dead. Theory, no closure in it.
But in theory, cool, that's true. But in theory, that just comes down to them thinking, so say your dad was here, it would be them thinking that you have ability to be there, which is probably facts because of visas and shit, I guess. But still, that's like, I don't think that would be a fair, just because they feel that way, I don't think that's but
I'm saying something to take into account, because the love that my mum was receiving and stuff, isn't it? I'm thinking my mum's funeral. My mum probably would want to be buried in Nigeria, innit? But it's a conversation worth having. If you've got bare family out there.
So you didn't ask her?
I didn't ask my mum. I asked my aunties, isn't it? I'll ask my mum, innit?
So you're telling niggas to do something you
so my mum just lost her husband, guys, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, I'll ask her. Even this period is a decent time to ask.
Yeah, it depends. There's potential for it to come up more naturally.
Death from heartbreak is another one that I've
Oh my God! You know what's crazy? Yeah, my aunt one of my aunts is a widow as well, innit? And she said that it's an actual thing that after someone dies, the spouse usually dies 4 years afterwards, isn't it?
At a certain age, though.
Maybe it was a certain age.
At a certain age where they're already at old age and dying of natural causes type thing.
Whatever it was, isn't it? The statistics was 4 years afterwards, isn't it? So it's on the vibe of boom, like I'm saying, just be there for your family members, isn't it?
I'm sure.
And also, historically, the husband is going to be older than the wife anyway.
And also, they're going to be in and around the same age. So if people are mostly die of older age, then just statistically, I'm sure it's a thing in it. But I'm just saying, and
some people just die afterwards.
They have to die, innit? The baddest ones is people that die within days of each other, the older couples, or even like a day. Sometimes it's a day later. So that seems to me like giving up and hang. You know what I mean?
Especially if that person is your world, like, trust me.
But we were talking about this. I was talking
you can't reinvent yourself.
I was talking about how, back to the aunties thing, is like the only way you can really guarantee real love, well, and it's not even a guarantee, but your best chance is having kids of your own.
Yeah.
Because when you get older,
ain't no one looking at you.
Bro, when you get older, the priorities of being looked after or even looking out for you is like, there's just priorities, innit? You can have all the nieces and nephews in the world, innit? But ultimately, they have their own lives. Ultimately, they have their own parents. You know, all of that stuff. So, boy, it sounds like a selfish reason, but it's definitely a reason to have kids.
I think that's what every Nigerian parent up to our mum's generation, I think that's why they've had kids. That's one of the main objectives why they've had kids. And why they had kids so early. Most of them had kids before 25.
For what?
So that their kids can be old enough to look after them when they're...
Yeah, but I think part of it is like investment as well, isn't it? Just go out and be something, isn't it? And then,
so that you can look after.
Yeah, just give it... Not look after as in like old age, look after as in financially. Just take care of me.
Yeah, not just in old age, just generally. But that's the reality of every society ever, up until the recent times where there's middle class and all that. You get older, which is one of the biggest issues this country has, and a lot of countries have now, is that people are living so long, they're not having kids, so there's no one to look after these kids. So the government is left to the government, which is extra strain on the social system, because typically, historically, people have. That's what younger families go out and work and support the older people till death, health, care home, all of that, pay for that stuff. But now that's not working. So even now, a lot of the people that own their homes and retire with their home paid off, that house ain't going nowhere. Where it's going is it's being remortgaged to pay for your elder health.
Have you heard? There's a thing called a mortgage for life.
What's that?
Bro, where basically, they'll give you a mortgage, isn't it? That, you pay mortgage on, but when you die, that goes back to the provider of the mortgage.
What do you mean? So how's it a mortgage for life?
No. It's a mortgage for life, as in you own the house until you die, and that's it. You can't pass it on to nobody.
That's not owning it.
Yeah, but they call it mortgage for life.
Yeah, that's the same.
Why is that not rent? What's the difference?
But what? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, isn't it?
It's a long-term leasehold, basically.
But I guess you can do things like
you can sell it while you're alive still.
No, I don't think you can sell it.
I'm sure you can sell it.
I think you take equity out of it.
The value goes up. You could take.
Yeah. So that's what you can fucking do, innit? What the fuck is that? But yeah, man.
There's more schemes to make money for the government, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I don't think I've actually what's it called? I feel like something else must happen, isn't it? I think as in this doesn't seem like a crescendo moment. To be fair, as in the death of my dad, I think it's only been 2 weeks. It hasn't been 2 weeks yet. It'll be 2 weeks on.
Is it?
It must be 2 weeks.
Must be 2 weeks.
It's not a week.
It's over. No, 2 weeks on Friday. No.
No, I think it's over.
It's not.
Wait, hold on. I buried my dad on.
Saturday,
It wasn't last week Thursday because we met up. Ooh.
No,
no. It was 2 weeks on Friday, innit? Yeah. So I feel like it's early days, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. So what's gonna happen?
There's more like.
Yeah, but
I also think, in my personal opinion, is I don't think you should be necessarily looking to feel bad, worse about. You shouldn't be seeking out a feeling of feeling like. I think it's possible. I'm not necessarily saying it's in the case, and in your case, you might be locking stuff away, which isn't healthy or whatever. But I'm saying there's probably a possibility that you can actually healthily rationalize death, because there are people that come to terms with death and it doesn't hit them as hard as other people, and I don't think that's necessarily unhealthy.
Do you have a conversation about it with your mum?
My mum, yeah.
One-to-one.
Yeah, but not. I've spoken to my mum about it, but certain times, isn't it? It's mainly what it's doing to my family members, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's when it's like, oh fuck, man. When it's your pain, you can do little bits and pieces of it, put in your pocket or something, innit? But when it's your family members, innit, like, and it's helped me a lot because my sister hasn't really been showing much. Like distraughtness, isn't it? She's been handling it pretty positive. My mum's been quite well, as much as you can be in it. Like she's been crying and shit in it. But it's like,
I think it's a life landmark, innit? It's like, I think I told you about this. It's like how often do you hear people, your parents, whatever, talk about things like relative to when their parents died? So it's like, this happened, whatever, like a few years after my dad died or my mum died or before. Do you know what I mean? It seems to be like a life, it's like a stamp of a time in your life. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also, I feel like there's a real becoming a man aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
That seems like, you'll be surprised, some of the shit that I'm doing now that I wasn't doing back then because I have... My dad was around, isn't it? That I'm like, fuck him. I guess I have to do that now, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like...
Also, it brings it home that, bro, this life comes to an end.
Yeah, I knew that already. Why?
How would you know that?
What, life comes to an end?
No, I'm saying, obviously everyone understands that.
Yeah, I already knew that.
But I'm saying, how would you...
How would I have known?
Experience death close to you.
Niggas have died before.
Yeah, but I'm saying, unless you have experienced death close to you, that's how you can.
Like, it's definitely been an eye opener. Certain things, like, do you know there was a degree of recklessness that I was living with in it, like, as in, like, I'm stupid enough to do something stupid. Yeah, as in one of them ones where it's like for instance, like in my normal world, like certain times common sense won't be part of it. Like for instance, like say someone has a gun and then they slap me in the face, isn't it? My instinct would be to punch them. And that is when you operate in a vibe of, you know what I'm saying? If you don't use your brain, if you don't, like basically in short splurts, I can easily not use my brain in it and make the wrong decision. Now, it's like, I actually don't want to die. I actually don't want to die before my mum. Like, so it's like one of those ones. Because when you see what death can do and what it does to families, it's like, for selfish reasons, isn't it? I don't want to die before my mum, innit?
Yeah. Well, it's not selfish.
Yeah, it's definitely selfish, isn't it?
It's not selfish.
You don't want to die before your mum. That's not selfish. You're thinking about your mum, innit?
Yeah.
So that's not selfish.
Oh. Yeah.
It's not selfish.
Well, why is it not selfish?
You'll be thinking about yourself, innit?
Yeah.
But it's important.
Yeah, because I don't want to see it. But then I guess if I died before, I wouldn't see it anyway, innit?
That's what I'm saying. It's needed because I've thought about it. I actively sometimes make decisions based on that.
Mm-hmm. Like what? You're a good son, though.
Just based on the fact that I can't imagine doing that obviously that's not ultimately in my control. But I can't imagine doing that. To
Like
my mum,
bungee
innit?
jumping or something.
Well,
No, just die.
I'm just saying reckless with my life. Yeah, I'm just not reckless with my life. What I deem as reckless.
Because I asked him
And
to
that
bungee jump for, I think, my 23rd birthday. He's
Yeah,
like,
but-
why can't you have a birthday on the ground, bro?
fair enough.
Say that again, sir.
Bro, I asked you on my 23rd birthday, come, let's do let's do a skydive. Bro was like, bro, that's weird, bro. Why don't you just have yours?
Did you skydive anyway?
No, I really wanted to, but
okay.
on the lead up,
So if I jump
about
out
3
of
separate
the plane-
occasions, like, you know, you're going into work, you read the newspaper,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, oh, this person died from bungee jump.
That's what-
All right, first time I ignore
I
it.
was telling you.
Scrolling the news online.
Ignore it.
I see it again. I'm like, bro, what's all this news reports about people dying from the
And
bungee jump?
even, you know, with even the statistics that prove how safe it is, yeah, that doesn't even work for me. My vibe is, then I don't want to be the
And
first.
this is the thing where me and you couldn't go. Is if you weigh over 100 kg.
What is that a fact?
No, I called them up. I was arranging it, innit?
You quite snap the team.
No, if you weigh over 100 kg, you have to pay more, and they start adding some
More
extra shit.
insurance,
No, they start adding some extra.
Wait, how you know? Wait. Just you and me, so nobody else in the world. Just you and me can't go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So none
out of the man them, innit?
of the rest of the man. Kevin looks like he could be 100
Back
kg.
then, you were 100 kg, I was 100 kg.
Okay, cool.
Kevin was unlikely to be 100 kg.
Okay.
See, even when they start telling you those things,
Right, that's what
do you know what that's saying literally to you? That's saying
Probability.
there's a higher risk.
Yeah, basically.
So why is that?
That's exactly what they're saying.
Anyway, the way I see it, it's like I don't see you getting on a plane, driving in a car, whatever those things, because those have functions. And at the end of the day, I look at that getting on a plane as the opposite of what you said. Rather than not be the first, I look and I think I literally think this every time we're taking off. I think there's probably been 100,000 flights in the last day.
Hey, bro.
And no plane has crashed. It's not going to be this one. Why would it be this one?
It could be, but
It could be,
Bro,
but
that's
I'm
what
not.
I
I'm not going to believe. No, but I'm never going to believe that it's going to be this one. And this is faith in God as well. But it's like,
Bro,
yo,
it's your time, bro.
well, you say that, but there's like 200, 300 people on that plane. What? They all coincidentally.
Probability-wise, it's
So
someone likely.
they all coincidentally are at the point in life.
Yeah, what, 300 people out of what? 8,
Well, what I'm
10
saying is,
billion?
if anyone dies, factually, it's their time.
Yeah, facts.
So
Unless it's ridiculous. Come on, man. Some things are not, it's not your time, but you did something stupid.
I think a plane crash should be on one of those things that's very unfortunate and not necessarily your time.
That's your time. Like, I can't be like, oh, I can't believe he died. Like, or she died from a plane crash.
That's one
Of course you can.
That's fate at its finest.
Those are
fate
the ones
at
where you
its
have to, where you can.
That's-
God, why?
I don't think it's fake because
feel
That's
like
a God, why
fate
then?
at
it's not
finest.
fake because it's obviously
What are the
there's
odds?
usually reasons. Well, I mean, the
odds?
odds are probably not that different from a lot of things.
Bro.
Like any disease.
Compared to, like,
There's some diseases that the odds are.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even then, you might chalk it up to lifestyle, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but you can chalk a plane. You can chalk it up to
Lifestyle.
the
negligence.
pilot.
You can chalk it up to safety, negligence. That's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did he even go? He didn't even
But there's all those stories where people miss a flight. You
Those
know,
are the worst because you've always got those ones.
one of these guys, one of these CEOs that one of these guys that's in Trump's cabinet.
Free. Jeez. I swear you said 1 till 3, bro.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
Wrap it up, innit?
One of the guys that's in Trump's cabinet, I think he
The guy with the socks. I hope
maybe
not.
Cantor Fit.
That guy-
He was
oh, yeah.
like a man. He was like a owner of a company called like Cantor Fitzgerald or something.
Yeah.
And they lost they were in the World Trade Center. The guy dropped his kids at school that morning, so he wasn't there.
Jeez.
This is where conspiracy theories always come in. There was a few people that weren't.
Yeah.
The guy
They
dropped-
would be in it.
that they would be, yeah. So the guy happened to drop his kids that morning. He wasn't in the building. The company lost like 300 people. Imagine owning a company and your whole company
Just wiped
employees are wiped out. The fact that they've been even bounced back.
But what emotion do you reckon you'll feel?
No, it's not necessarily emotional.
You should
but
be
I'm saying-
ecstatic.
No, but I'm saying it's not.
The guy.
Oh, that he survived.
Yeah.
His company.
No, I know, of course.
What about company boy? He's got his life.
Well, no, you won't be a stat. You'll be released.
Survivor's
Released,
guilt as
but
well,
you
though.
it's still your, at least, let's say conservatively, on a personal basis, 20, 30 people. What are the odds that you lose 30 people in your life at once?
Yeah, but you won't care about all 30.
I'm saying that's
No, I'm saying, no, for instance, like, if you've got a group of friends, isn't it? Say there's a guy in your workplace that you lost, yeah? No, name some guy that you work, that you fuck with currently.
Random.
Yeah, a random guy.
Matt.
Okay, cool, sweet. Now say there's 10 Matts in your office, isn't it? All 10 of them.
He doesn't own the company.
No, but he doesn't own. But hear me out. But what I'm trying to say is, but also you've got me as a friend, Ladi as a friend, Sass as a friend, Kevin as a friend, isn't it? But what I'm trying to say is, if you lose 4 of us and 10 Matts at the same time, yeah, bro, those 10 Matts don't even matter anymore.
Of course.
Yeah.
But the odds of
So you lost 4 people.
what I'm saying is the odds of losing. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The odds of losing 4 people close to you in life are so low. It's, like, it rarely.
Car crashes.
Yeah, some people do, which is crazy, isn't it? Some people lose their entire family.
Oh my God, that's an L, man. Imagine that.
Yeah, there was I watched.
You lose not even just
Your husband, your daughter.
generation, like your future generation.
I think the grief. I think grief with that stuff must be quite confusing, because I think it's probably gonna hurt. Someone's gonna hurt more than someone else, and I think there's gonna be guilt associated with that.
You miss one more than the other.
Yeah, probably. And there's gonna be guilt associated with that, innit?
Anyway, guys, lovely for coming on. Bear This is coming out, so Bear This is coming out, innit?
On your camera, on your camera, you can clip up some of your personal stories that you told.
Well, why you don't like your appearance? What's that? Theo Lopez. What is that?
Why does he act as if he didn't know prior to this?
What's that called? Is that called the hippies?
No, Couples, isn't it?
Coopers.
Couples.
Well, yeah.
Couples.
Selfridges.
The Couples.
Selfridges.
No, it's just a brand.
Harrods.
High street brand.
Okay, sweet.
Let me guess.
I'm taking this part out. And plus, I wear it's bare.
Someone could get onto you and be like, you behave like you're sponsored by Burberry, but you're not even sponsored by that.
They can get onto me.
Yeah,
They can't get onto me.
that's not high level thinking.
Well, are you sponsored by Nike?
Yeah, but I don't only wear Nike.
Oh, those aren't even Nike. Oh, those are Dior. Right, since when?
Oh shit! Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, and plus you're wearing Nike and Adidas. Someone can get onto you for that. Apparently, back in the day, that was.
It's still.
Is it?
All whites are.
It's still a charge, but it's
Nah. Nike and Adidas, no. Just no.
White,
even when I go
Technically no, but it's possible.
even when I go gym and I do that by accident, I feel conscious.
Yeah, but that's
Which is
branding
stupid.
stuff. I'm the same in it, but
It's so dumb though, isn't it?
Like I'll be wearing Nike trainers and my tracksuit will be Adidas, and I'll feel a way about it.
like, what's an equivalent that you can do for all white Air Forces? If I want to wear Adidas,
K-Swiss? But you can't do K-Swiss and Adidas. Surely you can't do
I don't even
that.
know where to buy K-Swiss, bro.
Maybe online, I'm guessing Amazon, innit?
You could bring K-Swiss back. I can see you doing
I
something.
don't-
Yeah, absolutely. You can wear trainers that nobody know about. Gourmet, isn't it?
Bro, they were cooked.
Bro, what's the mic here?
That's a bar. That's a bar.
But anyways, this is coming out in a couple of weeks, isn't it? So, yeah, man, love.
Not before Beef Bunny and Creme come out.
It's out.
This guy.
Or a new one.
Oh, yeah, it came out this week, innit?
A new one.
A new one. Probably not.
What? The one?
No, it's not a new one. You've watched that one. The one you said I was complaining too much.
No, I said I've already seen the one that he's put out probably.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. In fact, both of you, just so I can chop it up, say, hey, welcome to this car. Come out, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
That's an advert. I get paid for that.
How much you want?
More sweets.
There you go, then.
I don't know. I'll do it for you. But
You do it, then.
Come on.
What do you mean not now, as opposed to when, then?
Bro, introduce yourself. Tell us your height and your.
I saw it on the screen. You look huge compared to.
oh, is it? Why compared to Ladi? Why not compared to
your
you?
cameras are buying time, really.
Alright, cool. Safe, bro.
You're not gonna do it.
Black Air Forces, yeah. Has anyone gone to you about that?
Yeah, yeah. I bought on purpose.
For what?
No, I mean I bought them on purpose for that.
So people could be like,
I'm not gonna lie, I saw a few people wearing them and they look cold.
they look
And I
cold
was like, why not
for the
we buy
first
them?
week. For the first week, they look cold.
Well,
And then,
have I reached
yes.
You reckon?
Yeah, bro.
No, it's not. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in bad condition, but they're just not.
They're past that point, though.
Black.
Yeah, they're black. I don't know. It's like they do it on purpose with the
You know this
material.
guy, yeah? This guy's funny, yeah? This guy only speaks when his Air Forces are in good condition. Yeah.
What, so?
You know how many times your Air Forces have been in white boy condition?
Yeah, but I do that.
I've got white boy Air Force.
Yeah, I've got three pairs of Air Forces, all in different conditions. And you rotate them.
How dare you know what my man said? He said he's got 3 pairs of Air Force. You know how many pairs of Air Forces everybody that buys white pair of Air Forces have?
I'm saying he rotates it, which makes it go down.
So
yeah, but that makes no sense to
you. Beat down ones that I use for walking about. I've got the medium ones that are halfway there that I might wear to come and see you if I don't want to. If I know we're probably going to be moving around. Then I've got the white ones.
Fam, I've got around. I've got around 12
on the way out.
What level are those?
These are number 3.
No, these are.
Those are your best ones.
Number 1, yeah.
They're going to move to the ones, isn't it?
Yeah, those are your best choice, isn't it?
Stop saying best.
Hey, they're your best Air Forces that you currently got.
No, stop saying best.
What do you mean? Those are the best Air Forces.
They're just the whitest Air
Okay, they're your number ones.
Or they're the freshest. Stop saying best.
They're your number ones, isn't it?
They're the white ones. About to
Yo, this guy's funny.
middle tier, innit?
Middle tier. Until you only middle tier when you buy a new pair.
Decent condition still.
Yeah, they are in decent condition, innit?
Cool.
But I'm saying,
I'm not coming around saying that these are.
yeah, but I didn't do that as well. You attacked my Air Force.
Yeah, but I was just saying black Air Forces in general.
Okay, cool, man. Anyway, love for coming on. But say your thing.
I don't know what to say, bro.
What do you mean?
And what does that mean? You're gonna clip it up and start?
Yeah, put it out there.
No, bro.
Okay, say no then, you coward, man.
Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures, 3-course meals for dinners, 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.
The tab is